and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. Derby County are putting in the miles this week, and after winning at Swansea on Tuesday night, today the Rams make the long trip north to Middlesbrough. A run of 6 wins in 7 matches has seen the Rams move just 4 points behind Borough, who are only outside the automatic promotion places on goal difference. They've slowed somewhat after a terrific start to the season, but could be boosted today by their new head coach. Kim Hellberg takes charge at the Riverside for the first time this afternoon. Well, Derby were in a similar position on Tuesday night, facing Swansea and their new boss, Vitor Matos, but it was the Rams and head coach John Eustace who came out on top.
Yeah, delighted with the performance, the way the boys went about their business, very professional. It was always going to be a really difficult match, especially with a new head coach going in there and the players, the point to prove. So I was delighted with the way the boys battled, and we used our squad to the maximum that we could, and every player was outstanding.
You seem to be getting performances from everyone in the squad at the moment. Joe Ward, excellent since he came in for Max Johnston. Lars replaces Carlton on Tuesday. He scores. Danny Bart, outstanding in place of Dion Sanderson as well. You must be delighted with the attitude of everyone in that group. Yep,
I think. Listen, I say it probably every time we speak. It's about the squad always. From the first day we came in. Before the QPR game, I expressed, how much the squad's going to be needed and how important every member is. It's not about any individual. It's not about the starting 11. It's about every single player in the squad. And over the course of the season, they're going to be vitally needed. And I think that's proven. The way we train and go about our work is really important. Games are won from Monday to Friday, and the attitude of the boys every day in training, just typifies what the group's all about. And when players are called upon, they're ready and good to go.
You've had Owen Eames around the group as well recently, just 19. What are you hoping he gets from being around the environment?
I think just great experience to be around really good players. And he's a player that's certainly caught my eye since I've been at the football club. He's got a great attitude, he's got an eye for goal, his work ethic is excellent. So, I'm really excited that he's in with the group at the moment, and we're all excited to see how he's developing. To be training with Andy Vyman and players like that, experience in that position, can only help him, and another really good, young, exciting player coming for the academy.
I was talking to Callum Elder earlier about how close and how genuine the bonds seem to be in this group. How big a part of your recent success is that closeness, do you think?
Well, as I say, the standards are driven from day one, and I demand a lot as a head coach from the players and the staff, and now they're driving them standards themselves, and that's the only way you grow that team spirit and that togetherness through difficult times, through the good times. And I think we've had some really difficult moments over my time here, but we've also had some really exciting times, and you can see the group growing from last season. The way we stayed up last year was outstanding, and that was down to the boys' efforts, and obviously rebuilding the team. Then you're starting again really with a few players still here from last year, still driving them standards, and then we're bringing some really good experienced players in, some really exciting young players as well, and it takes time, and there's still a lot of growth to come with the group, but we're in a good place at the moment.
On to the weekend, another long trip for you up to Middlesbrough. Had a great game with Coventry the other night, and they've had a good season so far, very good. What do you expect from them?
Obviously a really top team. They're recruited very well. They've got lots of experience, got some great coaches there. Addy's done a great job there when Rob's left, and obviously they've got a really exciting coach coming in now. So we know it's going to be a really difficult game, but one we're really looking forward to. We're going against one of the top teams in the league, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
That's the Derby boss, John Eustace. Let's take another look at the top of the Championship, where Coventry have pulled 10 points clear of the chasing pack. Ipswich missed the chance to go second last night, losing to Oxford. That means Derby could go fourth today. There are just 5 points separating 11 teams from Stoke in second to Queen's Park Rangers in 12th. Don't count out Southampton, who've won 4 in a row now. Oxford's win last night has seen them climb out of the bottom 3 at Sheffield United's expense. And look at Norwich, already 7 points from safety. Yeah, Norwich, one of those sides who have already changed their manager this season. You can count Middlesbrough in that number as well, although not by choice. Rob Edwards was only appointed in the summer but left the Riverside after just 5 months in charge to take over at Premier League strugglers Wolves instead. His replacement is Swedish coach Kim Hellberg, who after being introduced to the home fans ahead of Tuesday's defeat to Coventry will take charge for the first time today.
And that's been amazing. I think it's been a busy couple of days, watching the game, of course, meeting everyone, but it's been a very good time. I'm happy to be here. I think I have a very good staff, I have a very good, talented group of players and everyone around the club, so it's been a good few days.
What was it that attracted you to Middlesbrough? Because it feels as though from the outside looking in that you had a couple of options.
A lot with the people in the club. I have a good discussion with of course, Steve, Neil and Kieran. That was very good. How they want to work, how they are as people. It's an interesting time to come into a team that's performing well. That has been... that is a good team and has been aiming to get to the Premier League, of course. So also the crowd, the stadium. I think there's potential for doing very good stuff here. So it's a lot of different things that made me want to come here.
Just finally for me, I don't think there's any secret that you held talks with Swansea, and it sounded as though it was fairly close. How close did you get there, and why did it end up being Middlesbrough that you came to instead?
For me, it's been Middlesbrough since I talked to Kieran, and that's been my only aim. Since I talked to Kieran, I felt directly that I want to go there if that's possible, and then it was good talks. So for me, it's always been Middlesbrough since we talked to them, and I'm very glad to be here.
That's the new Middlesbrough boss, Kim Hellberg, ahead of today's game at the Riverside Stadium. Now, Derby have had so many outstanding contributions over their recent good run. Plenty of players recognised by their countries over the recent international break as well. One of those was Callum Elder, recalled to the Australia squad after 3 years away, and he bagged an assist against Swansea on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was huge. I think for the group, faced a bit of adversity after Saturday. You know, it was tough to take on Saturday. You know, we were in such a strong position, felt really comfortable in the game with 20-odd minutes to go. To lose in the manner that we did was obviously difficult, so we knew going into Tuesday we'd need a big response. And I think we got that. It was really good away performance. We were well informed leading into the game, new manager. They'd get off to a strong start, which I thought they did. Thought we weathered the storm quite well in the first half. Limit them to few chances, and then we came onto a really good away performance in the second half.
One of the manager's mantras seems to be you never get too high and you never get too low. Did we sort of see that attitude come through with how you approached the game on Tuesday?
Yeah, for sure. I think if you look back on the game on Saturday, you know, it was really minor details that cost us the game, but it shows at this level that if you don't produce performances with and without the ball for 90 minutes, you can come unstuck. So, you know, moving into Tuesday, it was always going to be a difficult game. You know, there was a lot of noise. We lost Carlton on Saturday, which was obviously a big blow to the team. But like the manager's always said from day one, it's all about the squad, and it's going to take everyone to achieve what we want to do this season. So, you know, like I said, it was a terrific response.
I wanted to talk to you about the squad because I love watching the celebrations after every goal this team scores. It seems to be genuine delight, whoever the goal scorer is, whether that was Dion and Sondre at the weekend with their first derby goals, or then Tuesday night with Lars and Joe. Tell us about the group and the dynamic between you all.
Yeah, I think if you're to have any success in sport, you need everyone pulling in the same direction. I think as a group, you know, especially since I've sort of been here, We've worked really hard to create that environment in the dressing room that whoever comes in each season, each transfer window, they're integrated into the group really quickly. They bring their own character into the group and everyone will support them in doing so. So the support for everyone is genuine. You know, for example, Lars, he's had to work really hard coming into a new club, picked up an injury, he's worked really hard to get back, and you know, he's a terrific player and he's had to watch, you know, the leading goal scorer in the league perform as well as he has. So, you know, he's carried on working hard on the training pitch, and to see him take his chance is brilliant.
Let's talk about you. You were back in the Australia squad over the international break, first time in 3 years, and I know it's something you've been desperate to get back to. But what was your reaction? How did you get the call?
I think it was, I had some communication, I think it was a text message after the Hull game, I think it was, leading into the Blackburn game, that I'd been selected into the squad. So, you know, I'd been in contact with the national team, and then not being selected is obviously difficult in previous camps. But it's one of those things with national teams, there's so many players to choose from that if you're not selected, you know, you shift your focus back to club football and you carry on working hard, you keep your feet on the ground. And you know, to get that text message was unbelievable, because like you said, I've worked really hard to get back into the squad, and you know, it's a big year with the World Cup in the summer, so I'll carry on doing so. And
another long trip coming up on Saturday, and a chance to test yourselves against one of the Championship's top teams at the moment. How are you feeling ahead of the trip to Middlesbrough?
Yeah, excited. I mean, we've worked really hard to get ourselves in the position that we have. You know, 6 wins from 7 is really good form. Certainly look to carry that on Saturday. Like you said, we know we're coming up against strong opposition, but we'll certainly look to go there and stamp our authority on the game and produce another good performance.
And there is Derby defender Callum Elder. Stoke City will try to steal a march on their automatic promotion rivals when they host Hull in one of the 3 lunchtime games today. Southampton will try to extend their winning run at Millwall. Norwich will try again for their first home win of the season, this time against Queen's Park Rangers. And on RamsTV, we're heading to the Riverside for Middlesbrough against Derby County. And you can watch this one with us everywhere outside the UK. Go to dcfc.co.uk to get your game pass. Now, Sean Barker with us in the studio, as always, from 2:30 for Matchday Live. We'll see you then. Goodbye.